So we've talked about it a little bit. Jock's got his wedding coming up, right? Now,
Right.
is that too loud? Is it okay? I was messaging Jock this week, texting Jock, and in our conversation, we were saying how, you'll say one thing and people interpret it as something else. And I don't know how it got to it, but eventually Jock said, here it is. Yeah, how people perceive things said differently is a nightmare. And then I messaged him, do you want me to send you a dick pic? And he was like, I don't know how you got that out of my last message. And he said, what did he say? He goes, you know that wedding survey that we sent out last week for like dietary requirements?
Yep.
And I was like, yeah. Anyway, he's told me to change the person's name who said this, so I'm just going to call them Barry Sly.
Okay.
Barry Sly.
What's Barry Sly going
on? That's his alias name. He put down on the wedding dietary requirement survey that he was allergic to penis. which I thought was pretty funny.
It wasn't you?
No. And then Jock has said, I haven't had the guts to tell him yet that it goes directly to the caterer.
Yes. Oh, that is gold.
And I was like,
we need to tell more people now so that when they do RSVP, they can keep the gag going.
Well, I think Barry Sly knows who he is. And anyone who knows rhyming words will be able to figure out who Barry Sly is based off that alias. Don't say it.
Oh, there we go. I was trying to figure it out when you were telling the story. But yeah.
It's good.
It's
Barry. Good. Yeah, you make a joke thinking a certain audience is going to hear it and it goes somewhere else. And look, the caterer might find it funny. When I lived with Jock, I used to pay his rent. Like I'd pay him the rent every week.
Right.
And he would pay it to the real estate. But every time I would transfer the money to him, I'd always say something else as immature as possible.
What was one of your best?
Oh, look, if I went back through my bank statements from 2012, I'll find all of them. But it was like, for I don't know.
Don't they say whatever?
No,
we can take
pills
a guess.
or like just dumb shit. And then Jock went to his accountant and had all these black lines through his statement. And the accountant was like, what's all this stuff you've crossed out? Every week there's a black line and then $180. And Jock's like, my housemate sends me money but writes pretty inappropriate things, but he missed a couple and the accountant saw them and they thought they were quite funny. So he should have just left them alone.
That's gold, because I was going to say banks, don't they? You often have to give them bank statements if you're going to buy a house or something like that.
Yeah.
And they go through it. So you can really screw someone over. It'll come back to haunt you. For anyone listening out there, pull your stupid mate up and stop them doing
remember the
that.
days where you'd have to get your photos developed at the chemist? They must have seen some shit.
Well, we did it the other day for our wedding because we handed out all those little Polaroids.
Yeah.
And because I've seen friends do it before, I was expecting dick pics and whatever else. We didn't get any, surprisingly. In fact, 80% of them were terrible. You couldn't see anything. But I did get thinking, you would have, like the back in the day, the people that were connecting the telephone lines,
Yes.
they could party line. You could listen into any conversation that was happening. I would have thought the people that were processing the photographs would have had a bit of fun and known exactly what was going on for everyone as well.
Yeah, there'd be a bit of confidentiality issues there.
But these days, everyone, well, not everyone, but some people overshare on social media to tens of thousands of people. So it's not it's a bit different, isn't it?
Speaking of like what I was saying, but with Jock, people sending a message thinking certain people are going to read it and other people reading it. So there's like this page where you can donate money to sponsor me and the other guys that are fighting in this fundraising thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And so people...
Dangerous that you're bringing this up.
People have... I donated $100 to myself, and it was from Dubbo Lighting Centre, and the message was, don't embarrass me. And then there was one from my mother-in-law, Marty. From Marty, the message, good luck, Matt.
From I love you, darling.
Right. And so, but then
Matt.
I get a text at 6:30 a.m. from Pang. I won't say who Pang is, but Pang's texted me, and he said, "Oi, can you delete my comment? I've wrote something that's probably a bit inappropriate. I didn't know everyone was going to see it." And so I logged straight on to see what it was. And it says, from anonymous, so you can't see his name.
Okay, yeah.
From anonymous, effing knock the C out, fan. Like,
oh, did you? Yes.
I
go.
wrote back, that's actually hilarious. Like, it's a charity event, and you were just getting real worked up. And he's like, "Oh, if you think it's funny, then all good." I'm like, "I think it's great." Yeah.
And so you left it there. It's still
yeah. I don't know how to change it.
Oh, that's gold. All right, there's an
Very
invitation
funny.
to start donating money to Matt. And with a bit of fun.
Oh, write whatever you want. I don't care. Yeah. Like, if you're a charity and you're asking people to hand out money, you don't get to dictate what they say in the process.
I love your rules, Matt. Like, you come up with some great rules. If you form an opinion on something, then it becomes a rule, and then that's it. I love it.
Well, what do you mean, though?
Well, like this rule that you've just made up then. So if you're a charity and you don't get to dictate what the hell people say.
If you ask people to hand over their money with no strings attached, then the strings are they're going to say whatever they want.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a rule. It's a Matt rule.
It's the same, but it's a Facebook.
Say whatever the hell you want.
It's
to
the
any
Facebook
charity.
argument when what's the guy that owns Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg.
When he was in court for selling people's data.
Oh yeah.
And he's saying, well, if the product's free, you are the product.
Yeah, sure.
Well, if you're asking people to give you money, there has to be some baggage. You don't just get it and then
there's some logic there. Keeps it fun as well. You need to give us an update on your fight. Actually, we haven't spoken about it in a little while. I think you were doing a weigh-in. How did that go? How's the training going?
Oh yeah, well that was a non-event. It was just me and one other bloke that turned up. Training's going okay. I keep sort of hurting myself, just little niggly things, but I guess that's the nature of trying to get fitter than you've been in 6 years in a space of 6 weeks. Feeling good. A couple of sparring sessions, a couple of bleeding noses, all good.
What, from a punch clean in the face, or?
Yeah, just sparring people who are better than you.
Okay.
As soon as if you have a bad habit, they figure it out very quickly and
take advantage of it
and hit you in the nose.
With this weigh-in, what do you mean one other bloke rocked up? As in the other fighter? Like, is that how it worked?
I never said it was. You don't weigh in until the day of the thing, but it was a Sunday training session, and I thought it was going to be all the corporate guys, and I think there's like 10 of us. Anyway, it was just me and one other guy.
Oh, right.
So that's all good.
So what about the weigh-in though? On the day of the event or day before?
Yeah, there'll be a weigh-in on the day of it.
Day of. Is that a bit of fun? Like, do you? You know what I'm picturing, the fight thing where they get together nose to nose. Is that?
I don't think they'll do that, but at the same time, they're trying to make a bit of an event of it. Like, if they've got their camera there and they're trying to pump out a heap of social media on the day of the event to pump it up, then maybe they will do that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I hope so.
I haven't been involved with something like this, so I don't know what they're going to do.
It's a great idea. Like, it's easy content, you know. You can have a bit of fun with it. Get everyone fired up for the night.
Well, it's something they've never done. They've never done one before. I've never been a part of one. The dress code's cocktail. Like, all the VIP tables, they're $2,000 a pop. They're all sold out. They're all gone. And there was, I think, 10 or 14 of them.
That's huge. That means you're on again next year. Like, I love it when it's a guaranteed success. Things are sold out in advance. Like, nothing can go too wrong now. Just need a bit of entertainment from the fan, man.
And nothing can go wrong because there literally isn't a headline fight. So it's not like the main event there is no headline. There's just a heap of little fights, and
it's all hedged.
If someone gets hurt or decides they don't want to do it for whatever reason, like, it's not going to unravel. It's all good.
Yeah.
So I think a couple of boys have been getting hurt. Like, someone busted their ribs and someone else might have broken their ankle this week. So anyway, see what happens. That's just, it's annoying getting hurt in training, but you do have to train hard and
You've done it before, right? You did some kickboxing back in the day.
You're
a bit of a fighter.
No, it's good fitness. It is good fitness, and it's very addictive once you sort of got the hang of it. I've only had one fight and I lost, but it is fun.
Where was that?
In Darwin. It was at the Turf Club, actually. Yeah. Yep. It was good.
Was it like what the fight was good? So is this an organised fight? Or are you saying you've got in one prop, like a street fight in your life?
No, I had an organised boxing fight in 2019.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and the guy beat me. There's this thing, like the adrenaline dump. So if you get an adrenaline rush at the start of a fight, like they say you want to avoid it as much as possible. You got to go in there and just act as though it's just another day of training. Because if you get this fight or flight response, you're going to feel like you're top of the world for 30 seconds, and then you just go to your legs feel like lead. And so that happened to me in 2019. Like I just remember the whole fight. I just couldn't feel my legs. They were just so heavy.
Well, some biological thing, like your adrenaline runs out essentially. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the adrenaline dump. So you get like 30 seconds of energy, and then you're cooked. And it's like lactic acid gets all through your legs.
Like your legs felt really heavy.
Yeah, like lactic acid. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I felt.
So if I'm just my goal is to try to avoid that, because you can be as fit as you want. If that happens to you and they get the adrenaline dump, then it doesn't matter. You're stuffed.
That's obviously what training's for. Because
you've got to go in.
If I got punched in the if I got punched in the face right now, as if your adrenaline's not just going to go.
Right. So you got to be very confident and train it in that manner. Like get hit and then try to stay composed. And if you can train yourself not to have the adrenaline rush, then you're right. Apparently. But then when on the night when everyone's yelling and drinking a heap of beers and it's hard not to get excited.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be a lot of fun. Do you reckon you would keep it going? Like,
no.
Yeah, but
no.
What a good way to get fit, and then like, how do you keep it going after that?
Only way I'd keep it going is if I can get Hugo to start training, little fella. He's only 5 years old. 5. But they've got a kid there. They've got a kid there who's 4 who trains. Like all you're doing, like you're not getting hit too much, but you're sort of practicing.
I love that.
So
has he shown any interest?
Yeah, a little bit. Every now and then, like he'll want to put the gloves on. I'll see him whack the ball outside or something, and he tries to punch his mates sometimes in footy. So definitely. The other day, some kid tagged him and he just took a big swing at him.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right, buddy, settle down.
Yeah.
Oh,
so anyway, it's creeping up slowly. It's only a month away, less than a month away.
What's the date? It's the 11th of July. 11th of July, righto.
Yeah. Feeling good, but we'll see. I thought of a funny story. Oh, actually, the other day you were saying in Japan that they bow heaps.
Yeah.
I was on the receiving end of a Japanese bow. I think it was Japanese. Do any other Asian cultures bow, or is it just Japanese?
I don't know. I think it's mostly the Japanese.
All right, so I was on the receiving end of a bow the other day,
wrong there.
And I felt super awkward.
Like you didn't know what to do back? Or?
No, it's not that I didn't know what to do. I wasn't going to bow back, but let me paint the picture. So it's drizzling, it's raining, but it's not heavy rain. It's drizzly rain where you can walk in it without an umbrella. You just sort of walk through it, okay? I'm driving along, and there's a car coming towards me in the opposite direction, and we both approach a zebra crossing. And as we're both rolling up towards the zebra crossing, there's a girl there, and she's wearing her Year 12 uniform, so 2026 uniform. So obviously she's a girl in Year 12, Asian-looking girl, and she's crossing the road, and we both stop because we have to. And she does a bow to him, and then another bow to him, and then bows to me, and then bows to me, and keeps going. And I'm going, I felt really bad. I'm like, if someone waved to me, I'd be like, yeah, no worries, mate. But a bow makes me feel like, oh, no, like, it's all good. It's raining. I'm in a car. I'm fine. Yeah.
But it's a politeness thing, I think. Respect. So that is kind of your reaction in words to saying, it's all good. Don't worry. Like, I meant to stop. I think it's kind of like that. It's like,
it's an acknowledgement.
You're all good. Don't worry. Like, no. Don't you worry. Like,
well, I wasn't going to get out and bow. I wasn't going to get out and bow.
You should have.
Pleasure's all mine. But I felt real. It made me feel awkward. Like, geez, don't be so polite.
Talking about crossing roads, about an hour back, I was driving back from the cafe, and Lily and I, Coco, and pretty busy intersection just down the corner here. And who's crossing the road? This little, she would have been, I don't know, 1.5 years old, like this little kid, looking confident as hell, just strolling across the road, and then stopped at the intersection, kind of looking around. And then I slowed down, like, hold on, there's no parent here. And then another car in front slowed down, and everyone started pointing out, and a jogger started running down the street and spotted her, and everyone kind of realized pretty quickly there's no adult supervising this little kid. So we all jumped out of the car and walked over to this little baby, basically. And just saying like, "Where's home? Where's mummy?" And this poor lady came running out of the house, like, as you can imagine, distress, going, "Oh my God, like, are you okay? I'm so sorry. You must have snuck out of the house." The kid was basically out the front of her house, but had escaped from the fence and was trying to cross this busy intersection.
Yeah. Gee, that's a bit
All's well that ends well, but man,
Yeah.
that'd just be a freak out. Oh, like did you hear that story talking about parents freaking out? Someone's grandfather went to daycare and was on daycare pickup duties. Anyway, picked up the wrong kid, took them home without realising. You can just imagine I'm laughing because the story ends well, but some old grandpa like was on his duties, picks up the wrong kid, takes it home. I don't know how the daycare managed to let this kid go. But the mum of the kid that got taken came to pick up their kid, and obviously the child wasn't there. So she freaked out. You can imagine that. Like, your kid's been abducted is what you'd be thinking.
Yeah.
Anyway, it turns out it was just a big misunderstanding and some old grandpa had just taken the wrong kid home.
Didn't take his glasses. Should have gone to Specsavers.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
It's a good plug. Yeah, right.
That'd be a good ad for Specsavers.
Geez, that'd make you angry with the daycare.
Oh, like this it's a fail on so many levels.
Yeah.
But I just try to see the funny side with the grandpa. Like, imagine that being your grandfather. You'd be rubbing it in. Like, you just
idiot.
Recognise your own granddaughter or grandson. You idiot. Come on.
You idiot.
Yeah.
Trying to do the right thing.
Trying, as in he made it to pick up, you mean?
Yeah.
He tried.
Nearly there. Just the wrong kid. But everything else was good. Did the kid get a snack? I'm hoping, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. He probably got ice cream, had a great time.
Buckled him into the
fake
seatbelt.
Grandfather.
Yeah. Had a great time. Did you ever have... Actually, I know you did. You had some side hustles. No, you've had some side hustle ideas. How many of them did you actually get off the ground, or did most of them stay in the draft folder?
Most stay in the draft folder, which just
That's not a bad
me.
thing.
Pains me so much. A lot have started coming out recently, but most stay in the draft folder. But I'm interested to see which one you're going to bring up here.
Well, you know, I had my little trailer episode, and I was not trying to become the titan of the trailer wheeling and dealing industry. I was merely trying to find myself good value. I had an idea come across when I was a first year apprentice in Sydney. So you don't get paid very well as an apprentice. Plus, you're paying rent in Sydney, paying parking fines when you're an idiot like me, parks in the wrong spot, doesn't understand how to put money in the parking meters and stuff. So always looking to make an extra $1 if I could. And I thought I know, because I had a ute, you know, just do the odd removalist job. And I thought, I wonder if, this is when Gumtree was God, before Facebook Marketplace took over.
Yeah.
And people would put free stuff on Gumtree. And it was the same idea as the trailer thing. Like, in Sydney, my opinion was bulky goods need to get moved on for free, better than trying to keep them there.
Just to jump in here, is this a story about me or about you?
Me.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to pick, because I feel like I know a few of these stories. I'm trying to pick which one you're going to share.
I was like, I wonder if there's anything on Gumtree that's free. And I'll track it down. Like, I'll just search free stuff, see if I can find something I like, and then see if I can find a buyer for it before I go and pick the free thing up.
That's gold. And
so I jumped on there and I'm scrolling through free stuff, and I found a free grand piano. Well, I don't know if it was a grand piano, but it was a big piano, not an electric one, just a big one.
Yeah, proper big one, yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, I've got a piano here. And I start messaging, oh, man, is this still available? He goes, yep. I go, righto, would you be able to help me load it? And he's like, no, I wouldn't be able to. You'll need another person to help you load it, blah, 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 blah. So I was just getting a gauge of sort of what was involved in me sorting this out. It's like, righto, let's see if I can find a buyer. Anyway, I started calling up pawn shops, saying, I've got a big grand piano. Like, how much would you give me for it? And they're all just like, nah. Anyway, eventually one bloke, he goes, well, what brand is it? I said, and I went back to old mate who was giving it away for free. I said, what brand's the piano? And he told me the brand, and I went back to the pawn shop, and I said, it's such and such a brand. He goes, nah, mate, not interested. I was like, righto. Well, I've given this an hour of my time. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. So I was like, bugger it. Texted old mate, look, mate, I don't want it anymore. All good. And he said, can I ask why? Is it because of the brand? And then that little inner voice sort of got the better of me, and I wrote back, I said, nah, it's because you're a fuckhead.
What? You wanker. Oh, man.
It was all via text, and then he just started blowing up. Like. You're such a comedian. You should get it. And I was just I was just on my own, just laughing. Like, this poor bloke.
Oh, that's gold. That is gold.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't even know if you've shared that story before, but it was just for your own enjoyment.
Yeah, it was funny.
At the expense of someone else.
Well, I spent an hour on this thing. I'm like, I may as well get a laugh out of it. Yeah, it made me laugh.
That's gold.
Yeah. Poor
the one
bloke.
I was thinking, didn't you around like that Ku-ring-gai National Park or something? I thought you were taking a load of rubbish somewhere and tried to dump it in the national park. And
no, it wasn't a national park. It was. I don't even know what it was.
I'll let you the story, but was this you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us this one.
It was green waste.
Yeah.
And so someone asked me to come and get a load of this green waste. It was a mate's parents, and I get to his house because I had the ute, and he goes, "You just need to take this load of." And it was just branches and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And me being a very at this point I was like 19, so pretty green to the world. And I'm in Sydney. I don't know where the rubbish tip is in Sydney. Do you?
Yeah, I do. It's not far away from where you were. But
okay, I didn't know that.
Maybe more context. You're from a farm. You've probably never been to a tip in Sydney before.
Nah. And so he, I get there. My mate's there, so he helps me load it. I go, "What do I do with it?" And he goes, "Well, here's the money. You just got to drive up the street there, go down there, and just tip it out down there in the little gully." I went, "Okay,
yeah,
you're the boss." So I went there, unloaded it all out of the ute, and it was like, I don't think it was raining, but I think it was a little bit wet, and I'd reversed down this hill, and my ute was like a 2-wheel drive Triton. So I reversed down this hill, unloaded, and I couldn't get back up the hill. I was stuck. And then the people who lived overlooking where we just dumped it, they came out and they're like, "Oi!"
Caught red-handed, bogged while trying to dump green waste.
So then we had to reload it all back onto the ute. And
so they didn't. They didn't push you out, but you had to reload it, and then they reload it.
Then I had to pay a bloke to come and drag me back up the hill. So there goes the payment for the job. Yeah.
So then, did you go to the tip, or were you just twice as motivated to find somewhere else to dump it?
The tip is, so I found a job site where they have, because it's construction sites, there's always a skip bin there on site.
Yeah.
So I just found a residential construction site and pulled up there at 8 p.m. and loaded their bin up.
Put a heap of green waste in the construction waste bin.
Yeah, sorry, fellas. That'd be right. Yeah. Yes. I learned a good lesson that day.
Which was what?
If you're going to illegally dump green waste, have a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, good lesson.
Yes. Yeah. I'm smarter for the experience.
Did you ever make any money from these green Gumtree trades in the end?
Gumtree trading? Nah. No, that was pretty much one and done. I dabbled in it and went, that didn't go anywhere. No, I did. I used to do a lot of removalist work on Gumtree, and I specialised in just moving mattresses.
A few people made money doing that.
Just moving mattresses. Go there pull a bed apart, load it up, move it, put it back together, because I had the tools.
Yeah.
That was all right. Yep.
One of my best fleecing, I guess you'd call it, money-making schemes.
Entrepreneurial yes.
Heists was during uni. Again, uni, right? So you do anything for cash. And we were labouring, like that's $20 an hour or whatever, sweeping concrete off floors at the hospital in Darlinghurst or whatever the hell it was. Like not very exciting jobs. Great bosses if you're listening, but not very exciting work.
Oh, who was the boss?
Cutch and Hutch.
Yeah.
Anyway, earning whatever small amount of money it was. And my housemates and I heard about this guy that was fleecing betting companies by extracting free bonus bets upon sign-up offers of these gambling websites.
Yeah.
And I heard it once and I heard it twice. And next thing you know, I realized there was some money in it. So I found out who that person was, and a few of us figured out how to do it. I won't give all the details in case it's still going, but yeah, I was, by extracting these bonus bets legally, I was able to earn what I was earning in a week in, 2 hours work.
I don't think it's fleecing, because it's not as though it was a guarantee.
It wasn't guaranteed.
You could still lose. So
we could still lose,
but
it was a pretty sure way of getting the money out.
Yeah.
That was gold. It was probably a bad lesson at the same time, because it taught you that there's easy ways to make money out there if you're smart. And so that's what's probably stuck with me ever since. And if you ever find yourself working for not much, like even the sweeping as a labourer earning $20 an hour, we should have gone and got a ticket and been a window cleaner or something and earned $50 an hour. Like there's always easier money out there if you're a little bit smarter about it.
Yeah, you bring up Cutch and Hutch. I did heaps of work for those fellas.
Pocketed a bit of extra cash by throwing their waste in.
I worked from full time for 6 months, and then I would work from here and there this odd Saturday and stuff while I had my apprenticeship. I think the worst job they got me on, not worse as in hardest, but worse in, it was in the Cross, and a homeless person. We assumed they were homeless. They could have just been on the way home from the Cross, but they've got into this garage and they've done graffiti all over the wall with their own shit.
Okay.
I don't know what they writ, but it was my job to clean it. So I got there, like, you got to clean this wall here. I was like, are you joking me? I said, what have I got to clean it? They gave me a garden hose. I go, got any brushes or anything? Like, nah. I was like, righto. So I just held this hose up really close.
Man.
I just wouldn't touch it. And it got it all off, but it took... If they'd given me a brush, it would have been done in 10 minutes. I reckon it took me 2 hours. Just
what a terrible job.
Thanks,
what
guys.
a shit job to have the wrong tools for. Like that is...
Just give me something. I could have just got a dunny brush from the toilets, but didn't think. I was just like, I'll just hose this thing, I guess.
And what was going through your mind as you did it? Any life lessons came from that? Because I've got two that you've reminded me of.
No, I don't remember. I think it's one of those things I sort of blacked out.
Yeah, I just can't remember it. Waked it from your memory.
Just got it done.
Because when we were working for those guys, I think it was at the hospital, there was, maybe they didn't like the foreman or something. This is a 10-story hospital. And some of the workers must not have liked the foreman or whatever the dynamics of the site are.
It's usually the dynamic.
Is it?
The foreman isn't very popular, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, these guys started taking a shit on the toilet seat continuously, like every day in the toilets on site.
The lazy mailman.
As some kind of protest. And I'm pretty sure we were asked to clean it up once or something because the labourers were on site. I think I said no. I would have said no to that job that you took. But they I think they pushed back and said this is a joke, like our boys aren't doing this.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway, the lesson I got that you reminded me of was when Matt and I worked up in Darwin on a barramundi farm when we were 18, just out of school. We had these grand plans to work in the mines as a geologist assistant and then earn a heap of cash, and then the GFC happened and that went out the window. Anyway, with a thirst for adventure, we went up to Darwin and worked on this barramundi farm and had a great time. Saved as much money as we could to then travel overseas for the second half of the year in our gap year. Anyway, Matt, there was one moment there when I'd done the mort run for the day, which is when you'd go around to all the different ponds with a bread basket and sweep up all the dead barramundi. Like there could be 5, 10, 15 dead fish, and you'd sweep it up so that scoop them up so that the ammonia levels didn't get too high in the pond, throw them on the back of the ute and head over to the tip to throw these dead fish in. Anyway, I was reversing through, it was still the wet season, right? So reversing up to the tip in this mud in four-wheel drive in the ute, got to the tip, jumped out of the ute, grabbed the basket, was about to throw it in and tripped over in the mud, basically poured all the dead fish and fish guts over me, fell into the mud. The pond, like the tip, because there was so much rain, was overflowing from dead fish. So I'd fallen into this like muddy dead fish goo, poured them over myself, got the shits, grabbed the next one, threw that, fell over again. And I just remember thinking, this has got to be one of the lowest points in my working, in my career. I was only 18 at that point, but I remember thinking, I am not going to be a freaking labourer anymore. Like this is just, you hit a point like that when you're pouring fish guts over yourself.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the same time, but didn't I then get bogged? Because then you had to come over, you tried to get me out. You got bogged, and next thing you know, there was an excavator pulling 4 of us out of this bog.
Was that occasion?
Well, it might have been a different occasion, but it just went to shit that day.
Yeah, well, I remember because when we did the mort run, because you must have done a heap of those mort runs, and then I got given the job, and I didn't know there was a dumping spot because where we lived in the container was at the tip. But that tip was
sounds
for
glamorous,
everything.
doesn't it, when you say it out loud?
That tip was for everything except the dead fish. The dead fish went in a hole way up the other end of the paddock, but I didn't know that, and so I got a load of dead fish and I dumped them in the hole right next to where we lived. So where we lived just stunk for like a week. You don't remember that?
I don't remember you doing that.
You're like, what is that smell? I'm like, what's those fish I put in there? You don't fucking put them there. I'm like, I'm not getting them out. They're just going to have to rot. Like, yeah.
What a good time.
This is going to sound weird, but I got to the point where I kind of didn't mind the smell of that pit full of the dead ones because
that is weird.
They would get to the point where they'd sort of smell like leather. They sort of cured a bit. Like, it doesn't smell like a rotten egg.
Yeah, but again, if you're getting conditioned to the smell of dead fish and starting to not mind it, I think it's time to go. So I think it was a good time we left when we did.
Yeah, I don't know. There's been some gross. I've done some gross things. Like I remember, we went to Europe, came back, and then I was working at the pub that Dad and my uncles and Simo owned, and it needed it had been closed for a while, so there was a lot of cleaning and painting and stuff to do. And at one point, I was like dipping a scrubbing brush into like bleach or something and scrubbing the grout in the tiles in all the toilets. It was like black and was in there scrubbing, and it would take your breath away, that ammonia bleach stuff. And Jim came in and he was like, just remember this, what you're doing here, this is what you're going to be doing for your life if you don't get yourself a trade or a degree. And I was like, this is shit. And there was that. But then I remember I'd be working at the pub and you're serving beers, and then you're there, you're busy behind the bar serving beers. Someone's like, oh, mate, you're going to have to go in there and clean up the toilets. So you have to stop serving the beers to go in and clean up spew, to then go back and keep serving beers and then those people that are drinking those beers are probably going to end up doing the spew. You're like, this is fucked.
Vicious cycle.
But I had to clean spew once as punishment when I worked at the cinemas. I worked at the cinemas at Macquarie Centre.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And there was different jobs there. They had like a lolly bar. They had the ticket sales where you'd sell the tickets. If you didn't figure that out,
yeah,
you'd sell the lollies. You could be the floor staff, which would stand there and rip the tickets as people would queue up, and you rip it in down the hall on the left, down
very
there
labour intensive, isn't it?
Yeah, and then there was and then you would be the floor staff where you'd walk around and walk up and down with the torch and tell, hey, feed off the seats.
Yeah,
feed off.
Does that happen anymore? Surely not enough people go to the movies to warrant all that stuff. Anyway, keep going. Yeah.
And they had a bar, and they had a bar there where you could serve grog and stuff, and that eventually was my undoing. But I was on the floor one time, and this is Macquarie Centre, so I think they had 14 cinemas, and you've got your little two-ways, and Clash of the Titans was out in 3D. Anyway, I'm walking around, and I go in, and I'm like, I'm not walking up and down with the torch telling people to take their feet off the seat. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
All I'm doing is just disrupting the move. If you're not making noise, who cares? So I'd walk in there, I'd just have a look, like, there's no noise, I'm out. So therefore, I was like, oh, this is a waste of time. I went to the Clash of the Titans one. I found a pair of 3D glasses. I sat down, turned my two-way off, and I was sat there watching it. And I don't know how long I was in there, maybe half an hour. And I came out, turned the two-way on, and I started walking up back towards where they ripped the tickets. And this girl who'd been up there ripping the tickets, she's like, where have you been? I'm like, oh, I've been doing the floor. She goes, no, you haven't. I've been trying to call you on the two-way. We just got overrun with people, lining up. I'm like, oh, sorry about that. It's all good, though. Like, they're not there now, so you obviously got through it. And so as she's getting angry at me, someone comes out of the toilets and goes, it's disgusting in there. And the girl looks at me and she's like, that's your job. I was like, fuck. And I went in there, and obviously some kid has just eaten a kilo of gummy bears and sour worms. And it was just rainbow spew everywhere. So, yeah, I had to go in there and clean up that sticky mess.
Oh, man.
I didn't watch any more movies after that.
You learnt your lesson. I thought you were going to say you walked back outside with your 3D glasses on or something and were caught in the act.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no. I kind of... Yeah, I left her hanging there, but Clash of Titans, it was good. It was worth seeing.
It was good.
Yeah.
Hey, I was with a few mates at the pub this week, and we were talking about our wives and how they can go to. Tell me if Em's like this, but like Lily, she can go to the park, be pushing the swing next to another lady who's pushing their kid, get chatting, come back from the park an hour later and say how she's just met a new friend and now she's going to coffee with her tomorrow. And whenever this happens, like, Lily is good at meeting new people, but I'm just amazed because I go down to the park. You see another bloke there. Sometimes they're friendly and they give you a bit of a nod and a bit of a chat. Sometimes it's this extremely awkward encounter when you've got this dude who won't even look at you, is either shy or embarrassed or something, doesn't want to say g'day, acts tough, but then you hear him being real cute and nice with the, hey little darling, how you going? And then comes back once he's finished playing with the kid with this really like strange facade and doesn't even talk to you. So there's this weird dynamic. Women down there are fine and happy to chat with each other and make friends. And then the blokes, it's like you might get in a fight if you chat with the wrong person. I don't know if I'm going to the wrong parks or what, but have you noticed that?
I don't know. I have never really. For a start, I don't see that many blokes. Usually it's the mums. But I don't really go out of my way to chat to people too much. Like if I don't know them, because I usually see someone I know, and I'll talk to them.
Maybe it's
I'm not going to go and talk to someone I don't know.
Well, here's a question for you. Would you, if you met a bloke at the park and had a good yarn, would you have the balls to invite him
Nope.
out for a coffee?
No. No.
What if someone asked you?
If I'm in a regional town, which I am, and the population is not massive, which it's not, and I bump into someone who I've never met before and I can't connect dots with them and know anyone in common, I might just leave that one alone. Like if I can't connect a dot and figure out someone who, like if you have someone in common, so I can sort of figure out who you are. No. Also, when chatting to a bloke, this probably you probably can relate to this. There's one window. So you arrive, you see each other's ear like righto. And there's a moment where you engage. It might be just like,
yes,
hey, or you make a comment, and the way they respond dictates what happens from there. Because if you get a short, like a cut off sort of answer, you don't even try again. That's it.
Yeah, there's rules of the jungle, isn't it? That's it.
Yeah, but if you're
if you don't get to make eye contact quick enough as well, then it's done. It's awkward.
Yes.
Like it's been 5 minutes and you still haven't made eye contact, so you can't talk now.
That's it. Like I'll get there, I'll look, and if you keep your eyes down, I'm like, right, well that okay. That's what we're doing. That's cool. Whereas if I look at you and they look, you acknowledge each other, and then they go eyes down. All right, cool. We don't want to engage. That's fine. Whereas if they say, hey, you're going like, oh, okay, all right, we're chatting. So, but but I'll do it both ways. If I get there and someone turns up and is trying to look at me, and I'm like, no, my eyes are down. I'm in the zone here. I'm trying to plan a podcast. Don't talk to me. I'm designing some tennis hats. Leave me alone.
That the eyes down thing is another thing I wanted to talk about, because exactly what you described there, like I know people have different personalities, me included, in that you can't always be so confident to say g'day to some random, right? But the fact that you could have someone pushing a kid on a swing next to you and like you kind of glance over like to give them a little bit of a, hey mate.
How you doing?
How you doing? And you both know the other person's about to look at the other one, and someone will look down, like look away, as though they're kind of pretending that. I didn't see you were going to make eye contact. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think you almost come in that situation like a bull. And it's like, be the loudest person. Hey mate, how you going?
It makes it much less awkward if someone does that.
Just come in and some guys are really good at it. And if they're going to, most people, the majority of people are up for a chat. They just need someone to come in.
Break the ice.
And break the ice confidently. If you come in sheepishly, they're going to, it just sort of fizzles out. Whatever.
But that shyness just can come across as comical. Because it happened at the supermarket yesterday. Coco was there. She was throwing a heap of stuff onto the checkout counter. And I kept sort of looking to the lady to my left to say, sorry about her, have a laugh, or just hello, like it's moving a bit slow. And every time I'd sort of glance around and look at her, she'd quickly, break eye contact and look away. And it would have happened 4 or 5 times. And Like, does she think she's got a friggin' Harry Potter invisible cloak on or something? Like, if she's at the supermarket. Like,
I can see you.
I can see you. I can see you looking at me. You just happen to be looking the other way whenever I look at you. Like, it's just a weird thing that people are so shy that they can try and pretend they're not there.
I lived with Mal years ago, Louis the Fly, and
what? That's Mal's nickname.
Yeah. Because he used to wear these big purple sunglasses for about 2 weeks, then he lost them, but it stuck. And
you, and now everyone else.
Yeah. He came back home when I was living with him, and he's like, "Oh, this just happened to me at the shop." And he tells me he's in the queue, he's lining up, and he's just standing there waiting. And he does what you're talking about. He turns and he makes eye contact with the person behind him who happens to be in a wheelchair.
Right.
And he looks and he goes, "Fuck." And he looks away. He goes, "Oh, no. I looked him in the eye. Like, I can't just turn away like that. I have to say something now."
Yeah, that's right. So he made eye contact. Yeah.
He turns around and he goes, "How you going, mate?" And the bloke in the wheelchair goes, "How the fuck do you think?"
Oh, Mal, that would have rattled him.
And Mal goes, "Oh, fuck." And the bloke's like, "No, I'm just joking. I'm good, mate." Yeah.
Good on him.
Oh, fuck, it made me laugh because Mal would have just, if he just dropped all his stuff and just left at that point, I wouldn't be surprised. That would have just really ruined his afternoon.
Yeah, would have stuck with him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, people, they just exaggerate it. And now I've pointed it out, you might notice it. Thing that got me thinking about it in the first place was walking to daycare the other day, and a lady, like, I could see she spotted me. It was just me and her on the street, and I was clearly going to walk past her. And then she pretended to get something out of her car because I could just tell it was one of those awkward interactions. God knows why, like, I'm not a criminal. She's not, like, doing a walk of shame or something. Like, there's nothing like awkward about it. And she fishes around in the car for a while and then realised she couldn't fish any longer because it was just awkward. So
you're standing there waiting at the door. I'm here now.
I'm here. You going to look at me or what?
Hello.
Exactly. Rub it in. No, then she got out her phone and then pretended like it didn't have reception. We're in the middle of Newcastle. Like, just exaggerated body actions to all to avoid giving me a nod or something. Anyway. Obviously, if you see me out in the public, make sure you give me a nod or I'm going to, like, hunt you down.
I was going to say, like, sometimes I'll go to the supermarket and I'm like, I just want to get in and get out, but I know I'm going to see someone I know. So I'll just, like, tunnel vision. I'll literally just won't look up.
That's fair.
And all I can see is in my peripheral, legs and stuff. I just don't want to see anyone because I'm like, because I will see someone and I'll talk to them for 20 minutes. Then I'll get in trouble because dinner's now late because I'm late. It's like, no, I just don't, this isn't worth it. Whatever small talk you got, I don't want to hear it.
So do you think that, I mean, you wouldn't be the only person doing that. So what, in the Dubbo IGA, does everyone walk around like they're famous or something?
No, it's not that. It's just you see people. And what's hard is I'll see people that I've done electrical jobs for, and sometimes I can't remember their name, but I can remember it, like, they're out of context. I've only ever seen them in their own house. So I see them out and about. They're like, "Hey, that light you put up's great." I'm like, "Oh, shit. Who are you?"
Yeah, well, and you'll start getting that on steroids now with, some of this social media stuff you're doing. Someone might recognise you. You don't know if you've ever met them before.
That did happen the other day.
Like, that would just, because I suck at people's names first of all, probably faces I'm all right at. But imagine if you are famous, people come up to you like they're your best friend.
Yeah.
And you don't know them. You might have gone to school with them and then it's just rude, but you end up probably just brushing people off even because you don't know who you know and who you don't.
A bloke came up to me at the footy and he was very familiar. "Matt, blah, 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 blah." And I was going, "Oh, shit. Like, I must have met this guy at the pub because I just can't recognise him." And then eventually he was like, No, you don't know me. I'm really big fan of, like, the videos and stuff. I'm like, "Oh, cool.
Shit, there you
cool,
go.
But I've just been rattled this whole time." Like,
yeah, thanks for telling me.
Confused, yeah. I'm like, fuck, who is that?
That's funny.
I didn't know him.
That it's happened.
It's only happened once. But.
Yeah, but still, it's a funny moment.
Yeah. Also, I did want to ask you about your little trip to Coonabarabran, but we're about out of time, so I have to ask you next week or what?
Yeah, let's talk next week, Rabbit.
Yeah?
Let's talk next week.
Do you want to do that? Righto. All right, you giant Spood. Enjoy the merch. Looks good.
Yeah, looking sharp, Rabbit.
Why hasn't yours got why haven't you got a tennis hat on?
Because I've got no hair on the top of my head. Yeah.
Yeah, if it looked good, it'd look funny.
It'd look funny, but very, very ineffective.
I've got one here for you.
Yeah, okay, send it up. Next week.
Right, I'll talk to you.
Righto, peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.